Nickel Shard, first starter here, named after Mark Smith's grandpa, New Zealand light heavyweight champion boxer 8. Here's the news through from Shard Farm around the naming of the 4, and they're racing. Terry the Terminator off the inside fast. A length away second, Cobra Banner. Galloping Maker's Mark, and Nickel Shard went to third. Out wide is Mongolian Storm, and they were followed then through the middle of runners by El Gran Senor. And then Peter Perfect and Better to Be Tricky. And after that, gallop tailing out now is Maker's Mark. The leader was Terry the Terminator, but he's gone bush coming down the side and took Nickel Shard out with him and eventually galloped Terry the Terminator. Cobra Banner takes over to lead El Gran Senor. Mongolian Storm buzzing through in the middle. And for old Nickel Shard's had no luck. Trapped 3 wide through no real fault of its own when that horse went roughly. And then Better to Be Tricky and Peter Perfect, about 15 lengths to Terry the Terminator. And Maker's Mark has tailed off. 23.7 the lead time. And Mongolian Storm and Ricky May out by a length and a half over Nickel Shard up to second. Leaders back Cobra Banner, Better to Be Tricky fourth, and 3 back the inside is El Gran Senor. Ahead away is Peter Perfect, about 10 lengths to Terry the Terminator, and Maker's Mark has tailed off. 30.5 the opening quarter in the 2-year-old. 1,000 to go, and Nickel Shard going up to have a look for the lead outside of Mongolian Storm, who at the moment looks happy to hand up the lead to Nickel Shard, so this son of Some Beat Somewhere goes to the top now. The Pain Runners left in the outside row. Better to Be Tricky in front of Peter Perfect. Next to the inside, Cobra Banner. 2 lengths away is El Gran Senor, about 4 lengths to Terry the Terminator, and tailed off as Maker's Mark. Nickel Shard leads, second quarter 31.3, and with 6.50 to go, he's out by a length and a half. Better to Be Tricky. Mongolian Storm in the Terror to Love colours waits for the Terror to Love at Pine Leaf Farm passing lane. A length away next is Peter Perfect from Cobra Banner, and then came El Gran Senor as they left the back stretch. 4.50 to go. And Nickel Shard joined by Better to Be Tricky, who went with the leader. They put 2 lengths on Mongolian Storm. Peter Perfect, not that tonight, he galloped. And then came Cobra Banner. Third quarter, 29.5. Nickel Shard and Better to Be Tricky go to battle. Mongolian Storm across wheels, and then Cobra Banner getting back to the Terror to Love lane. Nickel Shard gone. Better to Be Tricky leads the way. Mongolian Storm's the only danger. Cobra Banner went to third. Better to Be Tricky ahead. Now ahead behind Mongolian Storm, who ran to the top. And Mongolian Storm won it. Beat Better to Be Tricky. Cobra Banner ran third. Nickel Shard fourth. Then came El Gran Senor, Terry the Terminator. Peter Perfect was unperfect at the 4.50 when he went for a gallop. That's a word, and last in is Maker's Mark.